Latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020. Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And I'm sure you noticed a bit of a cool down today, even though it's still awfully warm out there with high temperatures in the low 90s. A weak cold front moved through last night, and that's what kicked up our winds today. In fact, we've seen winds up to 25 miles an hour at times. You can see as we're looking down at our cross camera shaking a little bit out there, but here's the combination of why we have the red flag warning. Warm temperatures into the low and mid 90s throughout most of central and eastern Washington. And that lower slide on the bottom right part of your screen, that's windy conditions. And we're all seeing some wind out there today too. And with humidities only about 10 to 15%, red flag warning still in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. And that will be extended, just heard from the National Weather Service, into Thursday and Friday as well. And we will talk more about that and what we can expect weather-wise for our upcoming weekend here in a little bit. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Recovering from a devastating wildfire is the subject of a reunion and celebration taking place today through Sunday for communities affected by the massive Carlton Complex fire in 2014 and the Okanagan wildfires of 2015. And crews are mopping up and patrolling fire lines today on the 3,386-acre Rocky Reach fire. But first, we begin tonight. Corrections staff at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center maintain that working conditions at the jail are unsafe due to staffing shortages. The guards claim the situation is getting worse, and they blame county commissioners with failing to address the matter. Commissioners announced last week that they had accepted the resignation of Jail Director Kurt Lutz. They explained that his departure was prompted by budgetary issues and changes in the way modern jails are operated.
When you start housing prisoners, it's a very complicated process. There are so many rules and regulations that they have to follow. They have to be done timely. They have to be done right. And so just to throw people together doesn't work. And because it's so complicated, it does get very expensive. We've been operating at a deficit for a while and having to take money out of the general fund to match shortfalls after all of our partners have paid their share. And so we're looking at both the funding and at the whole process. We hope that when Bill comes in, that he will be, we especially were impressed by his leadership capability. He will be helping us select a new director. And we hope, they have responsibilities not for only fiscal responsibilities, but they have organizational responsibilities and need to be able to defend their case. We have to watch costs, we have to watch safety, we have to watch the process. And so all three of those legs really have to be honored and taken care of.
Retired Washington State Patrol Commander Bill Larson has been appointed as interim director. Jail employees have issued a news release through their union representative, Tom Cash. He said he remains optimistic that the change of leadership will help address some long-standing labor issues.
Well, this morning we were able to actually meet with the interim director, Bill Larson, and we're cautiously optimistic. We've been addressing the majority of these concerns over the past 10 plus years, and it's reached a tipping point. The employees are basically now asking for the county to address the issues with safety, which encompasses the facility, staffing, training, pretty much just a litany of items that have pretty much gone unaddressed for the past 10 plus years.
The union maintains that the issues raised by staff and unaddressed by the county will ultimately result in someone being seriously injured or killed. They report that 3/4 of the daily inmate population is comprised of convicted felons and the mentally ill. Recovering from a devastating wildfire is the subject of a reunion and celebration taking place today through Sunday for communities affected by the massive Carlton Complex fire in 2014 and the Okanagan wildfires of 2015. The Okanagan County Long-Term Recovery Group was formed following the fires and provides recovery services, rebuilds homes, and works to ensure that Okanagan County communities are adequately prepared to handle future disasters. Activities for the 5-day event includes a smoke and mirrors fire maze display, which includes a mini museum to take viewers on a tour of the damage caused by both fire events, a rebuild tour of homes being built, and a ride from the Ashes Dinner and Concert event. That all begins at 5:30 with a barbecue at Chelan River Walk Park. In July of 2014, the over 250,000-acre Carlton Complex fire started out as 4 separate fires that merged into the single largest fire in the state's history. As it roared through Pateros, it destroyed more than 350 homes. The Okanagan Complex and Chelan Complex fires of 2015 burned almost 400,000 acres. Well, crews are mopping up and patrolling fire lines today on the 3,386-acre Rocky Reach fire. The fire, burning 5 miles northeast of Wenatchee, remains at 70% containment, but is burning primarily inside the containment lines. The number of the personnel working the blaze has been reduced to 120. There are now 7 fire engines and 1 water tender still at the fire. Earlier today, the command of the fire was transferred back to the Washington State Department of Natural Resources, the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest, the BLM, and Chelan County Fire District 1. The end of Birch Mountain Road is still closed, and there are no evacuations at this time. Coming up next, there's a buzz of activity happening this summer within Wenatchee's park system, with new projects on several fronts. A heads up for you folks living in the Malaga area. The Malaga Water District will be shutting off the water to install a new line tomorrow morning. And poverty, legal status, and social expectations are all part of a new documentary from TVW that takes a look at these issues, working closely with Wenatchee High School's Mariachi Wenatchee. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Vamonos junk haulers, big or small, they haul it all. Vamonos junk haulers are experienced at hauling junk from your household items to yard and construction debris. That old hot tub and eyesore, Vamonos, will make it Vamonos. Recycling is a priority to Vamonos junk haulers. They'll haul away your old appliances and electronics. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vamonos Junk Haulers also rents trucks and trailers. Call Vamonos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Welcome back. In other news, there's a buzz of activity happening this summer within Wenatchee's park systems with new projects on several fronts. The city's Parks and Recreation Director Dave Erickson recently joined Wake Up Wenatchee Valley host Dan Coons to describe a few of them. Rotary Park is undergoing some changes to provide more parking and picnic space.
So for the last couple of years, we've been partnering with the Rotary Club to do some improvements out of the park. So looks like as the drone flies to the south, Rotary will be starting next week to expand the parking area off of Maple Street there by 14 parking spots. And then also just off to the left of the camera there, they will be building a second picnic shelter. Yeah, so you'll see the parking area right up near the top of the screen. And so that'll be expanding up to the west, so to the upper part of the screen. And then the basketball court is that other kind of rectangular shaped concrete piece on the upper left there. There'll be a new picnic shelter going in. And so you'll see construction happening starting next week and then moving on probably through the end of summer, I would imagine.
Erickson also described the work being planned at Methow Park on the city's south side. He says it's a project that is being steered by residents who live in the neighborhood.
Again, another partnership project. We've been working with Kiwanis as well as the Trust for Public Lands on Kiwanis Methow Park since 2015 and to renovate the park. And so Trust for Public Lands has been going through a public involvement process and engagement process where they've gone out in the community and said, hey, what would you guys like to see in your park? And through that process developed a new master plan for it. And we've been going through the fundraising process now for the last couple of years, and we're getting really close to development. So this park will be fully under construction. We're hoping to go to bid this fall, early winter, and construction next year. So the park will literally be closed the bulk of next year, unfortunately. But hopefully by the end you'll have something like this. So looking to the south, left to right on your screen, you'll have the kind of a multi-purpose soccer field. On the north side of that is a half basketball court with skate park features, so you'll be able to skate on it as well as play basketball. Then you move up to the center terrace, which will have an open plaza with some shade trees for farmers markets and other events, as well as a kiosco, so that's a performing arts and picnic area in the center. And then working your way further up to the upper terrace, you'll have a community garden space. The wading pool will remain. We'll be putting in shade structures over the play area so that way it stays a little bit cooler in the summertime. And then also adding restrooms. So handicap accessibility throughout with new walkways, new plantings. It should be a really nice addition to the community.
Elsewhere, Phase 2 construction at the city's newest park, Hale Park, is being readied for work along the riverfront next to the pedestrian pipeline bridge. You can learn more about parks in your neighborhood by logging on to the City of Wenatchee's website. Well, a heads up for you folks living in the Malaga area. Beginning at 9 a.m. tomorrow, the Malaga Water District will be shutting off the water to install a new line. The shutoff is necessary to complete the job and should last around 6 hours. The shutoff will impact most Malaga streets as well as the farm worker camps along the Malaga-Alcoa Highway. For more information, contact the Water District at 509-664-0142. Poverty, legal status, and social expectations are all challenges immigrant families confront in their everyday lives. A new documentary from TVW takes a look at these issues, working closely with Wenatchee High School's Mariachi Wenatchee.
We'll do singing. I come from a family of mariachi musicians. My mom is a mariachi, my brother. I played professionally, but then once I started teaching youth, I never went back. Match 'em. So, not la 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 la. We went on da 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 da. When I first got here in 2005, about 40% of the program didn't graduate high school. The first note, ready? Yeah, the first note. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Their dreams were just to finish high school, get a job, or go work in agriculture.
The legal status of a percentage of our students is a big hurdle. You know, the parents will bring their children here, or they'll come and then all of a sudden they have a child here. But that doesn't mean they went through the legalization process of the United States. You know, it's a lot better here than over where they're coming from, obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming to this country. Legal status does get in the way of some very bright students in our school.
documentary focuses on students in the Wenatchee Music Group shining a light on struggles and successes economically, in education, and in their family lives. To watch the full feature, visit teachwithtvw.org. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Grantrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a good Wednesday. The Wenatchee Panther football team's getting a good chance to prepare for the upcoming season with this week's Wenatchee football camp. 13 other teams from throughout the state are in town going through drills and providing the Panthers a good challenge at every step. Wenatchee varsity coach Scott Devereaux says it's been a good camp so far for his team despite some injuries.
You know, I'm pleased with the effort we're putting in. We came in wounded. We have a couple guys injured from spring sports season that aren't out here that were all conference type football players. And then, Riley's in a cast from a stress fracture, and he was all conference tight end last year. And we miss him. And we have 2 free safeties, one home with the flu today, and our other guy just rolled his ankle. So that doesn't help. So we got that's kind of our first injury of camp was a rolled ankle today. So it's a chance for a lot of guys to get reps, you know. So we're looking for players. We're looking to coach our kids. We got better yesterday than we did from Sunday night. Today the goal is to get a little bit better again today.
Looking ahead at the Big 9 season and schedule, Devereaux says the battle for league supremacy is up in the air.
I don't think there's a really powerful team in the Big 9 that stands out right now. I think most of us have 3 non-league games before the season begins, and you want to hit that 4th game healthy, and that's kind of important. So with only 6 league games, you want to be healthy when you get into league, and then it's just battle it out.
The Panthers will have a few weeks off following this camp to prepare for their preseason workouts August 15th. First game August 31st at Mount Si High School in Ncwlife. Well, the North beat the South 10-6 in the West Coast League All-Star game last night in Port Angeles, and the Wenatchee Apple Sox, well represented with Curtis Bafus starting on the mound and Corey Meyer behind home plate.
1-2 pitch again, breaking ball lined right to Jason Ticochea. Chad Stevens was too far off the base, and he's going to be doubled up. Side is retired. 3 batters up, 3 batters down, eventually for the South Division in the top of the first. South Division second baseman Chad Stevens is on the outfield grass. 2-1 pitch is lined into right center field, and this will get down for a base hit. 2 runs are going to come across to score. Kyle Schimpf making his way to second base. It's going to be offline. Kyle Schimpf with a 2 RBI double, and the North Division has taken a 3-0 lead. Gonzaga, another school that's well represented in this All-Star game, as Marenko lines one down the right field line, and this ball's going to drop fair for a base hit. Coming in to score is Dan Pruitt, and heading over to third base is number 17, Matt James. So it's runners at the corners as the North Division has taken the lead once again. It's 6-5. Let's see if Cal Henke could put it away here. He gets set. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the North Division takes the 2018 West Coast League All-Star game by a final score of 10-6.
That was Brandon Erickson with the call. Thanks to the Portland Lefties with the video there. Bayfus goes an inning, allowed no runs and a hit. Mason Marenko goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Corey Meyer 1 for 2 with a walk. Jeremy Yellen did not get in the game. Cesar Lopez of the Walla Walla Sweets and Kyle Shrimp of the Port Angeles Lefties selected as co-MVPs. Well, now that the All-Star game is over, it's back to play tonight across the West Coast League. The Wenatchee Apple Sox host the Portland Pickles for the first of 3 games tonight. 7:05 first pitch. Rest of the WCL has Corvallis at Victoria, Yakima Valley hosting Port Angeles, Bellingham at Walla Walla, and Kelowna hosting Bend. Gene Segura wasn't selected to the American League All-Star team roster when they were initially announced, but after a strong push from fans, teammates, and the Mariners marketing department, the shortstop earned a spot via the Camping World final vote. Segura showed the voters they made the right choice in D.C. last night when he hammered a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the 8th inning to help the AL to an 8-6 10-inning victory at the All-Star game presented by MasterCard. Segura's night probably would have landed him the MVP award had it not been for a slip-up by teammate Edwin Diaz in the 9th. Leading 5-3, the American League's Seattle closer gave up the game-tying 2-run homer to Cincinnati's Scooter Gennett. Diaz ended up with the win, however, when Houston's Alex Bregman untied it in the top of the 10th with a solo home run and was voted the game's MVP. There was a record 10 home runs hit in last night's All-Star game. Mariners, by the way, back to the second half of the season, Friday with the first of 3 against the Chicago White Sox. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grantrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. In tonight's features story, the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce hosted a candidates forum this morning at Pybus Public Market. It was a chance for the 5 candidates running for the Chelan County Commission District 2 position to introduce themselves.
There are so many things that we need to think about as we go into our future, how we're going to make that happen. We know about some of the existing problems that are out there, like housing stock going down, and the fact that we need to look at real solutions for that. We have this incredible diverse economy in tourism and agriculture and construction. And we need to look at ways to continue to advocate for that. And all these things matter so deeply for me. And I know that this is my first foray into public service, but the thing is that I have an incredible amount of passion for the people and the place that we live in.
I've really found that where we get things done is where we have an ability to listen to one another, to bring together all our ideas at a very close level, to have discussions about what is best for our community, and then when we have a plan that meets the needs of most people, that we then can proceed, and we are there very powerful in getting things done. We can get things done if we work together, and I believe I have that kind of track record, that kind of experience.
And I really love the community values that up and down the valley, throughout the county, that our community exudes. And certainly it has become one of the most desirable locations in the country for people to move to. But as that has happened, we have more and more pressures that are potentially impacting our community. And I want to try to bring my experience, having managed with the U.S. Forest Service, and what I would say is a very fiscally conservative manner, to county government.
Having worked for the county, I am the only candidate that has the inside knowledge and know-how of how the county functions and doesn't functions, and how to internally empower the people that need to be empowered and fill the positions that need to be filled with the right people, so getting the right people in the right positions, so the county can start to function for its citizens again.
We need to ensure that we have enough houses for everyone that's coming to the valley, everyone that's already in the valley. We need to ensure that we have enough jobs for everybody that's coming to the valley, and not just high-paying jobs, but middle-income jobs as well. I've had the opportunity to own and operate the Walkabout Grill here in the valley for the last 22 years, and it has given me a perspective on what is needed for not only the population and the customers, but also from the employee standpoint as to what their needs are as well.
The Chamber will host 7 candidates running for 2 positions in the state's 12th legislative district at Pybus tomorrow morning, starting at 7:30. We'll be back with your complete local weather forecast right after this. Stay with us.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Before we get to that, let's once again take a look outside our weather window quickly, and it's a hot one out there again today. Temperatures above normal as we look down from our cross camera, our Sky-Fi tower cam. Normally right now it should be about 88 degrees. We were into the low 90s today, but it was a relief from 99 degrees on yesterday. Just a few clouds out there, but plenty of wind. And that's what's keeping that red flag warning going for a lot of central Washington, including Wenatchee, Chelan, Yakima, Moses Lake. Almost all of central and eastern Washington seeing some pretty gusty winds today. And there's that red flag warning that will go until 10 o'clock tonight. It will expire, and then a new red flag warning will be issued on Thursday and then once again on Friday as well. Let's take a look at our temperature map now and show you what we can expect as we head into the upcoming weekend. A close-up of Washington State today. But notice how our map has lightened up compared to the last few days. We're actually seeing some green on our map, which indicates low 60s. Even more of that on Thursday as another weak cold front moves through. That will keep our winds going at least for another 24 to 36 hours. It will continue the cool down that we're on right now. Thursday's highs, maybe not even to 90 degrees. Friday, even a little bit cooler as those yellows and light oranges creep farther into eastern Washington. Friday's highs, maybe even a little bit below normal. And the same goes for the kickoff to our weekend on Saturday. We will see less wind for Saturday, but much, much cooler temperatures with highs below normal into the mid 80s, and then a warm up once again. And you can see it extending all the way back into western Washington beginning on Sunday. And that will be the beginning of another 90-degree temperature trend as we move into next week. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast now. And tonight, 65 degrees our overnight low, and then breezy conditions once again for Thursday, maybe into Friday. We will see cooler temperatures, 86 on Friday as we kick off the weekend. I just mentioned 87 Saturday, warming to 90 on Sunday, and then the beginning of a warm up again, 92 Monday, and all the way up to 95 by next Tuesday. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV Everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV Everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.